GoHo is one of the more popular attack strategies at Town Hall 9 for a reason. It's very strong and it's relatively simple, and given it's a two-part kill squad attack, it's easy to plan as well.
So this is a kill squad attack, just like Town Hall 8, except you have to add the queen to your priorities. If you do not kill the queen, and the queen is a decent leveled queen, she is going to murder your hogs and have them for dinner, okay? So you're going to use your kill squad, your golems, your wizards, your wall breakers, your heroes, and your bowlers, and you're going to carve out the middle of the base, leaving a nice arc shape for the rest of your hogs. Now in your second stage shouldn't be any different than Town Hall 8. You're just going to pick off defenses so that your hogs and your kill squad can help keep each other alive. If you do this correctly, some of your kill squad should be alive as well as most of your hogs. Now let's get into this army. For this particular army, you're going to want to bring bowlers, okay? This does not mean that bringing hogs or bringing electro dragons does not work. If you find the proper way to use them, then go for it, okay? But these bowlers are there to help your kill squad get a lot more value, and that's particularly useful when your heroes are not that high level. You need that extra push, that extra DPS, that bowler bounce. Now, again, since your heroes are pretty low level, you're going to want to use a high level poison in the clan castle, because it's going to take your low level queen a little bit longer to kill that CC. Okay, now let's go into your army camp. Now I'm a little out of order here, but I'm going to go with the rage first. The rage is super important, okay? For GoHo at Town Hall 9, most of the time you're going to need a rage until maybe your heroes get a little higher level. But like I said, you're going to have that low level queen. You need to get that CC down. To do that, you need a little help from the rage, okay? Now let's go into your golems. Most of the time as a low level Town Hall 9 with low level heroes, you're going to bring 2 golems, okay? If you want to go a little deeper into the base, you want to protect those bowlers a little more, you may want to bring the 3rd golem, okay? The closer you are to level 20, the more likely you are to bring that 3rd golem, okay? But at low level heroes, maybe just bring the 2, okay? Now, most of the time you're going to need to break into the base. I wouldn't worry about 2nd layer wall breaks unless you're an advanced player. But let's just go with no more than 4 wall breakers, depending on the level of walls you need to break. Now, for your wizards, you need to be able to funnel those bowlers in, and sometimes it takes a good amount of wizards, okay? And remember, you need to use enough for your funnel, but you also need to save too for later in the raid for cleanup, okay? Now, the P.E.K.K.A.s are there. I don't know if you've ever seen those bases that have all these high hit point buildings like storages or even the town hall on the outside. Well, P.E.K.K.A is a really good way to get through those real quick. Goblins are another option, but like I said, you just assume that if you need a baby dragon, a goblin, some archers here and there, you just add them to this. This is just a flexible army, okay? Now, for GoHo, you're going to need at least 2 heals most of the time until your heroes get a little higher level and you can get a little more out of them. Now, if you don't need a jump, that's going to make room for that 3rd heal, okay? But if you need the jump, you're just going to want to stick with the 2 heals. Now, that poison in your camps is just in case your hogs run into a skeleton spell, okay? And like I said, the rage is just to help your bowlers and your heroes kill that CC and get some good value. Carve yourself into the base before your hogs can take care of the rest. Now let's get into these replays.
So for our first replay, we have what looks like an island base, and this is a dream hit for someone with GoHo, okay, especially with that queen right there on the edge. And Quake is going to use her baby little level 10 king to snipe her, which is a really creative way to get her out of there. And after she efficiently takes out that queen, she's going to send her kill squad on the 12 to 3 side, okay? So, notice you see all these point defenses on the outside. That's also really good for surgical hog deployment, which is what she's going to do. She's going to get her kill squad into the middle of the base, and then she's going to deploy her hogs surgically so that they converge on the expo. So let's go ahead and get this replay started. Now, like I said, Quake is going to start by taking out that queen. Right? And she hits the ability somewhat early, right? You hit it too late, the king will actually die a lot earlier, especially when there's a lot of fire on him. So now she sends her kill squad. Her golems are tanking all these defenses over here, and perhaps she could probably have some more wizards towards 12, but it works out. What matters is the bowlers go inside, and she puts a jump right there. Okay, now we're going to freeze right here, and you see the CC troops were in that poison. Okay, now there were wizards, but even if it was a dragon, you got a couple wizards, and you have her queen right in there. Okay, and the jump allows the bowlers to reach those 2 islands, which is a really nifty way to use that jump. Just because there are islands there doesn't mean you are increasing the amount of jumps needed to access the whole base. Okay, and now that all her tanky troops or her kill squad is in the middle of the base, here comes the surgical hog deployment. Okay, I'm going to freeze it here because you notice she doesn't just put 1 or 2 hog deployments. She puts 1 on every defense along that side so that they converge on these defenses. And what's going to happen is they're going to cross paths with the kill squad, and they are going to cross tank for each other. Cross tanking. That means 2 phases of your attack are tanking for each other. Okay? Now, you see that 1 giant bomb there, and she feels no need to heal that because it's 1 or 2 hogs that hit that giant bomb. That's where the surgical deployment comes in, okay? It was just 1 or 2 hogs that hit it rather than the whole group, okay? And now, as you can see, there's really no more room for giant bombs here. So, and you have 2 groups of hogs, and this base is just completely overcooked. Very well done attack by Quake here. So now we'll get into Quake's second attack here. Now first, let's pause here. We see the timing's very good. So remember, the goal of these videos is not to show you perfect attacks. This is not a perfect attack. Quake does a great job on the kill squad, but makes some mistakes on the hog part, which is why this is, I mean, I wouldn't call it close, but, you know, she still had plenty of troops left in time. But the hogs were dead. But anyways, we'll get right into it. But you're going to see really good fundamental skills used by Quake here in the beginning, okay? So let's see where she drops her golems. There's 1 golem. And the wizard's right behind. And there's another golem. Beautiful. Excellent. Now, the only thing I would change here is she probably should have used a test wall breaker, just to make sure there was no bombs here. Because if there was, her wall break could have been compromised. But anyways, she drops a golem. She doesn't just drop 2 golems in one spot. She drops 1 over here to tank these 2, and she drops 1 over here to tank these 2. So the big thing she's trying to do is make sure the splash damage is preoccupied so that she can bring her wall breakers safely, so that the splash damage cannot take out her wall breakers, okay? Now again, always use a test wall breaker. It takes 3 wall breakers to break open a max Town Hall 9 wall. Bring 4, okay? And of course you have the wizards right behind as well. Now the Barbarian King's going to take a lot of health out of this golem. Let's see what she does about that. Boom! She puts the king on the king. That's excellent. And she's getting these buildings out of the way. Now, bowler funneling tip, okay? She puts the bowlers on the side here, okay? If she put them on the corner down here, she may have hit this and then walk around to go here. But she put it on the side here on purpose, because after that goes down, the next building is that, and they're going to go in, okay? So do not send bowlers straight on to a corner like this. Always send it on a side like Quake did here, okay? And you're going to see all of the bowlers, except I think maybe one of them goes in, okay? And of course, now look at the spell placement. Jump, poison, there's the high level poison, and there's the rage. The rage is essential, okay? Now hold on. Quick note here. She uses 2 poisons, okay? Now, the difference between using your high level poison on the clan castle alone and using both your high level poison and the low level poison is almost completely insignificant, okay? I would always recommend you use your high level on the CC, and then you use your low level one later just in case you run into skeletons. But in this case, with this army, she's going to clear out the core of the base. Now let's look at the hog deployment here. So here we just had 3 point defenses, okay? Look how many hogs we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 hogs for 4 defenses. That's overkill, okay? Also, when you have that many defenses close to the edge, she could have easily put a giant here to act as a meat shield and soak up a bunch of damage so that she can take out that compartment with less hogs. Okay, so the Tailor, the type of base she's attacking here, is very easy for the most part, but if you go too heavy on the hogs and they don't go compartment to compartment, then it can get a little bit sticky, which is what's going to happen here. But she has cleanup over here, so she knows she doesn't have to drop anymore. So what happens here is the hogs, instead of going to this compartment, and she does put some hogs over here, and heals them because she realized that that group of hogs is a little thin. These hogs go over here, which is definitely not ideal, especially since she doesn't have another heal. But what matters is she did get that compartment down up there. And the hogs are going to come very close to finishing this off, but there's going to be more than enough troops left over from the kill squad to take out the rest of the base. So just keep in mind there's a balance, okay? You want to wait for your kill squad to carve out the base a little bit, but you don't want to wait too long so that you can help keep them and your hogs alive. So if I leave you with any one tip today, it's make sure you get your kill squad into the middle of the base, killing the archer queen and the clan castle troops in the process. And once that's done, you send your hogs in so that they can sweep through the rest of the base. So I hope this was helpful. If this clarified something, if you learned something, then please leave a like and subscribe for more guides like this.